Okay, this is the Post Ride Podcast, episode number 2. Tonight we're here with Dylan, Dawson, myself, and Dallas. We'll start off just kind of a little introduction. I'll get you guys to introduce yourselves.
Okay.
Dylan?
I'm Dylan. I've been living in Revelstoke for 7 years now from Quebec, and been riding sleds for pretty much my whole life. And
Did your dad get you into it?
yeah, my dad got me into
most
it.
of us, right?
Yeah, most of us, I think. Yeah.
What do you do for work?
Equipment operator. Yeah.
Nice.
My turn?
Yeah.
It's all you.
I'm Dawson. I live in Sylvan Lake, Alberta, but I've been spending my winters in Revelstoke for, I don't know. I started coming out here probably about 13 years ago.
13 years ago. How
Yeah.
old are you now?
23.
So you're pretty young.
Yeah.
Coming out here.
Yeah, I started when I was 10.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Get thrown right into it.
Yeah.
And again, your dad.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And you said what you do for work? You're a
Oh, roofer. Yeah.
roofer?
Yeah.
Are you a roofer or is there more
Well,
to it than that?
I don't roof that much. It's a roofing company, but more of a contractor, I'd say. A lot of decks, building.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And Dallas.
Yeah, I'm Dallas. I live in Kelowna, BC. I was born and raised. I usually just day trip back and forth to Revy, pretty much like every day. It was my dad. He definitely got me into sledding, and then I would actually say it was my sister's my brother-in-law who got me like into mountain snowmobiling. I started snowmobiling in Hunter's Range, and just slowly been progressing the country, and now I just pretty much come out to Revy now to
Yeah.
come ride.
How old were you your first time out?
My first time alone would probably been back in 2007. I was on the 2007 RMK 600 Polaris.
Oh, you started on the Polaris.
I did
Didn't-
actually. Yeah,
I don't know if I knew that.
I rode Polaris up to 2013,
And then switched to Cat.
and then it was on Cat,
and now you're on Do.
and now I'm on Do. Yeah,
Well, you've came a long way, hey?
I've tried them all.
So you're riding a 2023 154 850 NA.
NA, yeah.
NA. Why aren't you on the turbos?
I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I'm coming from the 21 turbo. I mean, my turbo went down a couple times, and
Yeah.
they amped up the horsepower, so I was a little bit concerned about them not relasting. So I decided to go to NA, and
I mean, and you save a ton of money that way too.
oh yeah,
Like,
it was quite a price.
yeah, it's a
difference.
huge price difference. And I mean, the resale, you're
I
better
probably
off
won't.
on the NA than the turbo, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've definitely enjoyed the NA. Like the lightweight side of the NA is quite nice actually.
I do like to
quite
get
enjoyed
on
it.
the NA for that, for sure.
I didn't think like coming off the turbo like I was gonna notice the weight difference that much, but it was quite drastic coming from the turbo to the
Yeah.
NA.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah.
There is a big difference.
Dylan, what are you riding?
This year I'm on a 24 Chaos 165 boost.
165 live.
165, yeah.
You had a 9R last year.
I had a
and
9R
boost,
last year and a boost.
and you didn't use the 9R.
I used it quite a bit actually, the 9R. It's a good sled. I like how it's light, but I don't know. I'm a boost guy. I like the power. I like the power.
Once you go boost, it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
Hey now.
You're just the odd duckling.
Yeah.
And Dawson, you're on the same thing.
Yeah. 65 boost.
65 boost. And what do you do? Because you're the Polaris master, basically, right?
Yeah.
He is, yep.
Yeah. So what do you do to your sleds before the season?
Nothing huge. It's mainly stock, but I do bars for sure. And then one thing I always do now is get rid of the coolant running through throttle bodies. Don't like it. Intake temps are way too high on them as it is.
That's true.
And check my clutches. I usually pull my clutch off and put it back on and torque it properly because I don't trust that the factory torqued it properly.
What gave you that idea?
I've seen a couple clutches fall out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
I haven't come across very many.
Yeah, and then align the clutches, and that's about it, really.
And then, how's your belt life after that?
We don't know yet. Last year it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I did probably 7 to 10 belts last year, but
More than that.
How many miles do you do?
probably about 2,500.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's still not great.
No,
but
it's
don't
like
know.
the Skidoos back in the day.
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
A few of them were definitely from testing clutching, but then I got temps down on my clutching, like down lowered in stock, and I was still blowing belts. So I don't know. I just have a hard time letting off even when I feel it vibrating. But
And last year you were running race fuel in your sled, a little mixture. Are you still doing that this year?
yeah, I ran it day one with no race fuel, and it was still detonating. Granted, it was warm and the snow was heavy.
It was hard moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again just on straight pump gas once the snow dries out and the temps go down. But I don't have high hopes on being able to run pump gas, even though they say it's a pump gas sled. It's not here, not if you ride it hard anyway.
It's so weird though, because my 22, I ran it.
Yeah. They had
All
different
year.
mapping,
So did I, but
I
they didn't, and it seemed like the det sensor wasn't very sensitive
No.
because they would detonate to the point that plugs would come loose, but nothing would pop up on the screen.
Right.
So, and they were like really fat on fuel in 22.
You can hear it too. And once it gets hot, it starts crackling.
Oh yeah.
That's when they're detonating.
Like the pinging, yeah.
The pinging,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was getting it on my 9R last year too.
Oh, the 9Rs I found just as bad or worse than the Boost. I spent about 45 minutes on a 9R and had like 3 max det codes.
Really?
So, yeah.
Never had them, but I guess I'm not riding hard enough.
Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping they'd fix it for 24, but whatever.
We'll see.
Whatever. A little bit of avgas doesn't hurt anybody.
What? How much you running?
I run about 8 liters per tank.
So decent amount.
Yeah. Like C12, I was running about half that, only about a gallon.
Yeah.
But avgas still usually works out cheaper.
Are you getting your avgas local, or you bringing it with you?
I usually get it in Penhold from home.
Okay.
So if I run out, then I get it from the airport here.
You
but-
can't get it here pretty easy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know, because
Yeah.
we might
Yeah.
run into some of that.
Yeah.
There might be a Boost sitting in the garage out there.
Yeah, no, it's easy to get here. If you have the gate code for the airport, you just go
Yeah.
and fill it up. Yeah.
Quick break in the podcast to talk about today's sponsor, and that is Deviant Ink Wraps. I'm proud to bring them to the channel, and I'm proud to have them as a sponsor, and I'm only working with companies that I'm stoked to represent. So that's why they're here, stoked to have them on board. They've got a great product, great company, great customer service, all you could ask for. If you head over to the website, deviantink.com, you can play with their wrap builder. We've got a signature wrap there too. It's called Muskoka. And yeah, play with the wrap builder. Try not to get lost in it. It's pretty easy to spend an hour or two just playing around with all the different colorways and designs. Unlimited customizability. And you can use code FREERIDER for 10% off as well. Back to the podcast.
Okay, that's what we're all running this year. I mean, I still have some sleds that aren't here.
You got too many
a
sleds.
couple.
We got too many sleds. It's ridiculous. I justify it to myself as it's for work.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that makes it any better.
They all fall apart anyway. So
Yeah, you gotta have two. Well, you should really only have to have one backup for when one goes down. Last year we were running that, and then partway through the season, actually no, I had 3 sleds. Then all 3 were down, so I basically had to buy another. But
Basically
yeah,
had to.
yeah. Didn't have a choice.
twist my rubber arm.
Once you bought it, no more snow.
Yeah, once I bought the 165, dude, it hasn't snowed since.
Yeah.
Literally.
Sell it.
Yeah, how do we feel about the conditions out there?
She's deep, bud.
It's about as bad as it gets, in my opinion. I don't.
Yeah.
I can.
What-
At least we got the base.
Now we do,
Yeah.
It's a start.
depending where we go.
Yeah.
Now, what time of year would you normally see these conditions? Because I've never rode early season at all. You guys have been. I mean, Dallas is chasing
Like-
6 centimeters of snow. So
Early-
Oh yeah, like
Early to
We're
mid-November.
really,
yeah.
That's crazy.
First week, second week in November.
Yeah.
2021, I remember going up October 15th on Frisbee. It was
Wow.
a meter of snow. 100 cents.
That's ridiculous. Because everyone kept telling me how great early season riding is. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to get out there early. I'm out there early, and I'm like, man, what are you guys smoking?
The early season. November is usually my favorite month to ride. This year, I didn't even ride in November.
No, you
I
weren't
know.
out here at all. You were just working,
Yeah. Yeah.
getting it
'cause-
in that overtime.
Yeah, trying to. Sleds are getting more expensive, so got to. But yeah, usually I love it, but this year it's just been not there.
Dallas, when was your first ride?
It was the 3rd of November, I think.
So still pretty
It was-
early. But
yeah, the first week of November, the first weekend.
how much snow was there when you went up?
What did we have? I probably check my phone and see. But
I feel like there
Good old
was
6
30
inches.
centimeters.
no, I think it was like 60 something.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good.
Just
actually.
blower riding on the dirt underneath. Across my drive all the way from Ontario to here when I came out, home had the most amount of snow until I actually got into the mountains.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Not
I went
good.
to Calgary to pick him up, there was nothing there. Nothing.
No, it was
No.
when I drove through. It was 17 degrees.
Yeah.
Just south of Calgary, whatever that is in Fahrenheit for you guys out there. But
So
you find a
my
picture.
my first ride was actually November 12th.
Oh, so late.
Yeah, and it was 80 centimeters.
I mean, we hardly have more than that now.
Yeah, literally. That's wild.
And then like the next weekend and the weekend after that, it like actually went down. The snow settled, right? So
Yeah.
like, we were down to like 60 centimeters,
Yeah.
and then
How-
we got this storm, but then it rained all the way to the top.
How do you decide where to go for your first rides?
Well, I do a lot of like. Well, I mean, like I ride like the first storm,
Yeah.
to, like literally the last snowstorm. So I find that like riding late into the season actually really helps to decide like for early season, because then you can actually see like where like what's kind of rockier, because obviously a lot less snow, right? So you can kind of see what's rocky, what's not rocky, and just spend a lot of time on Google Earth.
Yeah.
Right?
And
So-
access is
Yeah,
huge.
access,
Being able to
yes.
access with a truck, like
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of figuring out that access is actually pretty good, like everywhere.
yeah, that's
Like,
true.
No matter what time of year.
That's true.
Like I've done some pretty ridiculous zones that like you don't think you could get into, like late spring or like early season, and
Yeah,
we're getting them now.
yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the snow line's low enough that you can hit or get close to the snow with the truck.
If it's close to like 1,600 meters,
Yeah.
it's good to go. Yeah, it's overheated.
It's not just your sled that overheats, Dallas.
Yeah, sorry about any technical difficulties there. Some reason we had a camera die within 10 minutes, but so it might just be two of us in the picture, and you can
Yeah.
we'll just put in a picture of you guys when you're talking, just a still picture. What were we talking about? Your early season,
Early season riding, yeah.
shenanigans.
What's the earliest you've ridden?
Actually, not that early.
No?
It's just been like the last few years that I've
Really
really
been getting after
been
it.
pushing after like the early season riding and whatnot. I usually waited to the snow, but right now my earliest ride is the 29th of October.
Okay.
So I think you even got me beat.
My earliest ride was October 10th.
October 10th.
October
Man.
10th, we went up and had about,
I think I'm 9th.
I had about, I don't know, there was probably about 35, 40 cents on rock.
Upsale.
On rock.
Yeah, we
pretty
just-
rocky up there, I hear.
Oh, it's too rocky. Too rocky if there's not good coverage, I find. But
Yeah, it should be called Rock.
yeah, Rock Mountain.
Rock Mountain.
Become bolder.
Yeah.
There's been some talks of us potentially going on the hunt for POW.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all hands on deck for
Yeah?
that one.
Yeah.
Another 15-hour drive.
I'll do
I mean,
30. I
you-
don't even care. I just want power.
Hey, we go out to Quebec. I hear they got pretty good snow.
Well, no, we're going.
Yeah.
Dawson hates
dri-
Quebec.
I can't say hey Quebec. I've never been to Quebec.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the chick. what
Chick
is it?
chalks?
Chick chalks.
Yeah. Dylan, did you ever ride the Chick Chalks?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, a few times. Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It's different. Yeah. Like it's really tight trees, but for Quebec, it's good.
Yeah.
Good for Quebec, but
If you're a
it's
good,
cold, windy,
I remember
beside
that.
the ocean.
My
so
last time there, it was probably like 70-kilometer-hour winds and a
Yeah.
snowstorm. I'm like, at one point there was 4 of us in one of the little, because there's, what do you call it? Hunter blinds everywhere
Yeah.
in the mountain there. And there was 4 of us huddled up inside one tiny little 4x4 space trying to have lunch because it was so miserable
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it's definitely cold there. A bit too cold for me.
Yeah, I don't like the cold that much. I don't know if
No,
I'm sold.
that's why it's great here. Really, there's
Really-
like 1 week a year where it gets cold.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah, true. 1 or 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
I usually don't ride.
I can't stand the cold. I hate the cold.
Yeah.
And we're all
Well,
slutters.
it's just like, too, like, yeah, you can go, but like, too, if something happens up there too, like
Yeah, I thought it was.
minus 30 up there, like
Yeah,
it's bad. Like,
Yeah, that's one crappy
it's-
part. If something goes
yeah,
wrong, like,
yeah.
yeah.
I
So
thought it was cold coming across the ridge today.
It was a
it
little
was pretty
chilly, actually.
Yeah.
Coming down the trail, my fingers were so cold.
Yeah.
Well, you're wearing like moto gloves almost.
Oh, yeah, but
the thin
still.
ones.
I had my
gotta,
hand warmers
gotta
on.
have the good grip, right? How'd you guys feel this year after your first day, or how'd you just feel day one on your abilities and?
Like I forgot how to sled.
Actually, I had a really mellow day one because there wasn't a whole lot of snow, so like just
I guess you can't really get into it.
yeah,
So you just cruise around, get familiar on the sled.
yeah, couple spots and get on
Yeah.
her. But
Yeah,
You
felt
you had a deep day for day one.
it was deep and heavy. It was
weird, a
deep.
weird.
Yeah, yeah, it was hard snow to ride in, and I felt like I forgot how to ride. This
Yeah.
was probably the first year I actually felt nervous to go on my first ride. I've never felt nervous to go.
Why
on my
were
first-
you nervous?
I don't even know. I don't know. It just felt
he
weird.
was riding with me.
That might be
a
it. Yeah.
celebrity.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I was gonna forget everything about it. It's like it's
Yeah.
been so long since I've ridden.
It's funny though, because going into the fall, like you have such high expectations of how you're gonna ride, lines you're gonna
Yeah.
fall,
Yeah.
places you're gonna go, and then you get
You
out
get
there for
there,
your
you're
day one, and it's just like, man, I suck.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally.
And simple lines, you're second guessing yourself on. You're like, I don't know if I can do that. Like,
It's hard to hold a straight line right now.
yeah, that's it.
The snow's not helping. for
yeah,
sure.
this snow for sure. Like when
For
we
me.
dropped down into that drainage today, I went to go like turn, and like I just could not get the sled to turn. It just
Oh,
kept
yeah.
bringing me straight up.
Once the track's locked into those those layers of
Meridians.
ice,
You're going that direction.
Yeah,
unless you get it right up on the end, and then
yeah. Today was bad for that. Not turning.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just me, so perfect.
It's not just you. Don't worry.
Yeah, my 165 probably wasn't the sled of choice for today, but we did drop into that hole where I was kind of glad to have the 165 to pull out of there.
165s are awesome.
You guys are just long track life,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we
Just
only ride trees
only tree
and
riding.
yeah,
only
pretty
tree
much.
riding. So
I don't
Short-
know if I've ever seen you guys in the Alpine.
Not-
yeah, we
Short
don't.
tracks make you better rider.
I ran a 55 for a few years, but I don't know. I went back to 65.
Don't get me wrong. Short tracks are fun, but like, I like the extra length.
If you can only have one sled, it's going to be a 165 for you. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd still have a 154 for my if I only have one sled.
Yeah,
I agree. In 54
Yeah.
on that one.
But last year when, I never thought I'd want a 165, and then I picked up a 165 and I was like, man, this thing's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they're pushing so much horsepower,
yeah. That's when
Yeah.
I decided. Well, actually, I was 155, and then once the like chaos became a thing, I didn't like the 155 chaos. And
No.
not for me. But I really liked the 165 chaos because it was kind of like a good in between.
Yeah.
Still playful, but still go places. And now I've been 165s ever since then.
I hear a rumor that you're gonna pick up a do for this year.
It was talked
It
about.
was talked about.
It was talked about last year, yeah. Just to see what it's like, but I backed out on that. They're not for me. They're just not.
You don't even.
I
You
do
can't
know
that.
I do know. The really only reason I was gonna pick one up is just to be petty, because I'm tired of people always telling me that if you rode a dude, this wouldn't break and this wouldn't break, and it's like, I bet you I could break just as much shit on a do. But
I mean,
Each brand just has different things that just break.
yeah.
they all break.
They're all bad.
last year was especially bad for the Polaris. Really, just the clutches for me. I know the boost had maybe some more issues. You had a good boost, but
Yeah, I had great luck actually, but I know another guy that had not such good luck.
apparently Idaho got nuked on.
Oh, I don't have a
Really?
passport.
That's
So
Get your passport. Let's go to Idaho.
Yeah, I got to get everything dropped off for that.
so you can only go north. You can't go south.
Yeah, well, I made sure through the summer I got all my stuff ready to get my passport in case we had a winter like last year. But then now I've got everything sitting on my counter, photos and everything filled out, and I never dropped it off. It's just hard to find the time when Service Canada is open from like
During
9
working
to
hours?
4. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you there.
that's pretty hard. I struggle getting in there.
Yeah.
This summer.
You don't really want to take work off when that's your time to make money for sledding.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then once sledding season's here, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
passport's fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Won't be able to do it when I go home at Christmas either, because they're probably closed for 3 months for Christmas. So
Do you guys have any big goals for this season?
Just prop her up. Hope for snow.
Who's doing a backflip?
Oh, not me. I'll break my neck.
yeah, backflips aren't for me. I want to do more shoots this year.
More shoots?
Yeah.
Man, the chute climbing was fun when we got into that last year.
Yeah, it's something I've always wanted to try it, but I didn't think I'd ever really be into it.
I didn't think I'd be into it either, and yeah, there's
It's-
something about it.
Yeah, it's just different. I don't know. So I'm gonna build a sled for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a 4-stroke.
No, it's a 2-stroke. My same sled.
Yeah, the same one from last year.
Yeah, it's
Hurting.
it's hurting right now. So we're gonna make something cool out of it. Yeah, hopefully.
What about you, Dallas?
I got no turbos, no shoots for this guy.
No shoots. Some more jumping this year.
I would like to do some more for sure.
Yeah, I was saying that too. I'd like to, not necessarily big airs, but
Yeah,
do a
just
little
something,
jump
yeah.
almost every day. Something to just.
I didn't do really any last year.
No, you did the big one back there in behind Boulder.
No, that wasn't last year.
Wasn't?
That was 2 years ago.
I thought you hit. No, you hit it last year too.
No, I was there when they built it, but I didn't actually hit it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's a
It is a good
jump.
that one's a good one for
Yeah.
sure. It's fun, real fun actually.
Well, good goal for you is super shoot this year.
Yeah, I would like to do super shoot this year. I would like to.
You wanted to do it last year, didn't you?
Yeah, it didn't work out. Conditions just never worked out when I wanted to do it last year. So
And then I think I saw a video. You tried to go up the 90.
yeah, the weekend I wanted to do the super shoot, it turned out to be a little bit icy.
a little bit.
Yeah, and I thought I did it. I mean, I was all amped up too. I'm like ready to go.
Oh yeah, this is easy. I already did it once.
Yeah, exactly. And then I did a poke at it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's great. Like soft, sun was out, it was softened up. It was great traction.
In the sun.
Yeah, and yeah, got into the rocks. As soon as I got into the rocks, it was just straight ice, like thicker ice than we were on today, way thicker.
It looked like it.
Yeah,
In the
I didn't
video,
even
you can't even see your lugs in the
No,
in the ice.
didn't even leave a mark. So I just stopped. I basically just let off and stepped off the sled and let it go.
And how was your sled after that one?
And it was a mixture of a couple of things, but after that, it was done for. After that, all the tunnels snapped in half. The drop brackets are broken.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
yeah. I was able to ride it. I rode it out, but it's not good. Running boards,
Yeah.
everything chassis wise, basically, other than the bulkhead itself.
Yeah, we grabbed some angle iron and fixed her up.
No, this
That
was
was after.
before.
That's before.
was
Yeah.
Yeah,
before the
yeah.
angle
This
iron?
was it
No,
was
that's
already.
from sale, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but after that we went down and grabbed angle iron and
Yeah.
fixed it, right?
yeah, we did angle iron then, but
Yeah.
then that was before it tumbled down the chute.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, it was already angle iron together before it tumbled down the chute. So.
Dylan, you gonna do some more shoots?
Gosh, this thing scares me, man. Shoots are scary.
Shoots are scary.
See, jumps scare
it's
me
fine
way
at the
more.
bottom, and once you get into it, you're like, okay, this is steep.
You did the one there
This
last
is-
year.
Yeah. That was
That was enough.
enough. Yeah. I'll stick to the trees.
No more jumping these days either. You did some back in the day.
Yeah, I might get
Oh,
some this year. I was
Some?
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I did. Yeah, hurt my back back in 2018 doing
okay.
some. So
right.
that's why I kind
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing a jump a day. That's the plan.
of
Jumps
jumped
scare
a
me.
day.
Dallas did the jump today. I didn't hit it. the 20-footer.
Yeah. Even that one scared me.
Yeah. There's so much rocks out there.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
The crust, your skis are going to dive under it. Then you're just going to get flung over the handlebars.
Yeah.
Or you're going to hit a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scary part right now.
Actually, what the scary part was, like after you would land, like coming down the hill,
The
like,
bounces.
not the bounce, like you just like trying to stop.
oh,
like,
yeah,
and
'cause
just sliding, but then there was all the trees that you had to like go
Yeah.
between. You're just
many
like
little
coming so
trees.
fast. Yeah.
How many of them are stumps too?
Well,
You know?
especially up Frisbee too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Everyone's
lot of
cutting those
And
trees
right off the
everywhere.
ridge. Yeah.
I was really expecting we'd find some better snow when we really went back there today.
I thought so too. I didn't expect it to be that much worse today.
No,
anyway.
it's like 2 days ago, it was manageable. You broke through the crust. If you didn't hook, you could still kind of work your way downhill. Today, if you were going downhill, you were pretty
going
much
downhill.
you were gonna tumble down.
Yeah.
down
yeah,
the
like
hill.
if you were able to actually dig a ski through going downhill, you're going over the bars.
it,
pretty much.
it sucked you in.
yeah, like
Yeah.
climbing out of that hole, I did have some fun.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too.
but getting down into the hole, it was like a little nerve wracking.
Yeah. It's if you have to going up's okay as long as you don't have to turn back down because going down is
As long as you don't lose your line,
yeah.
going up and have to turn out, then it's okay. You just keep the skis light and
Yeah.
kind of point and shoot.
I found it hard not to lose my line today though.
It was really hard. Well, you can't always just drive a straight line, so when you had to change directions, that was the
Yeah.
hard part for me.
Yeah, I agree.
And luckily, I was on the 165, so I could like kind of stop and reset myself. But
Forgiving.
yeah, I still felt rusty. Whether that was the conditions or me, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
surprised that we were able to even go down there though, like that super rocky zone for how much snow there is.
Yeah.
It being super early season conditions, because I didn't hit anything today.
No, honestly, there I find coverage pretty safe there. Like
Yeah.
even I'd go if the snow was good, I'd go bash there with no worries every day. But sail, I don't know. I didn't like the coverage there.
Still be worried a little bit, but
I got a few sets of arms at the cabin waiting for you.
yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah, aren't you the parts guy now?
Yeah, I've got
He's my mechanic.
tons of parts.
did they set you up?
We're still working on it. Right now, all the parts I have are personal parts,
Okay.
but still working on that. The plan is to have a whole.
And that's going to be public knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should we say that on here, what it's going to be? Or do you want to keep it a secret for now?
Well, we're planning on doing like my dealer Rainy Creek is planning on having a whole bunch of Polaris parts out in Revelstoke for, I know people are always breaking parts. I always have people coming to me for parts. And I used to sell a lot of parts, but I didn't so much the last couple of years because of
You
shortage.
Parts and-
Yeah,
Didn't have
shortage
many
of
of them.
parts. So now they're having their own parts out there for us to sell, which is great for everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause
I know where to go.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I already went to you before, but
Yeah. Yeah.
mostly for clutches.
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
Hopefully they're better this year.
I hope so. I'm gonna run mine and hope for the best. And
Yeah, I was a little nervous going on the 9R with with the old clutch.
I would be too.
That's why I kind of parked it and took it to the dealer, and I picked up the new one. And
Oh, you left the 9R at the
Yeah.
dealer? Yeah.
so they have to get a clutch in for it, but I'm like, I don't need to be stranded for a third time in a row.
No.
So
No, those clutches are no good.
because you didn't even run the P22, right?
I did actually. I ran it. I didn't run it really at all last year, just a little bit. But I ran it the year before this whole clutch failure was a big thing, and then all of a sudden my clutch flew off, and that's kind of when. Then shortly after that, then it started coming up. So then the next, last year I basically just ran P85 all year,
Which is the old style clutch.
Yeah.
That they've been running for like
1985. Since
actually that long.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's when it came out, is 1985.
It's crazy that technology hasn't really changed since.
Yeah, not really. Like
Small refinements, but not anything groundbreaking, right?
yeah, literally. It is kind of crazy to think. Like, you look at how far sleds have came since 1985, but yet the clutch is the same.
And what were you doing for maintenance on your P85s?
I like to blow them out often, like every couple 100 miles or even less,
Yeah.
ideally. And then weight bushings every 500 miles.
500 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know I'm bad for maintenance and riding the Skidoos. I'm not going to say I shouldn't do maintenance or I didn't need to do maintenance, but I refused to take a day off snowmobiling before, so I just didn't do maintenance.
Yeah.
And they still worked. Definitely got a little laggy, but then going to the Polaris, I pretty much again didn't do maintenance all year. And then the guy that was building my sled last year, he took apart my clutch and he asked what the hell I did do it, because he said this thing was destroyed.
Yeah.
I think I thought the power of the turbo just kind of would power through the clutch issues.
Well, the P22 I think will be a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to do weight bushings every 500 miles in a P22. They made so many of the changes I've wanted them to make, but then I did a bunch of bad things too.
And hopefully those are fixed now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Dallas, how's your clutch maintenance?
What's maintenance?
Because you got how many kilometers on your 23 now?
3,000.
And what have you done for clutch maintenance? Hey, we should be saying this, 'cause we're not very good advertisement for resale value.
Oh yeah, I haven't done anything to my sled. I just put oil and gas in it.
Have you changed the chain case on it?
I did do that this summer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Well, I
Change motor every 2,000 kilometers.
yeah. I mean, I put the Avid drivers on my sled this year, but I wanted to open my chain case up this time. I opened it
Yeah.
up because I thought I had to, but I guess now you don't have to.
Oh yeah, the
I thought I broke my drive shaft and I pulled it out. So I pulled it out and then there was still like a little nub sticking in the chain case. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
But it was normal. So that's cool. You don't have to open up the chain case now to do that. But I did.
Well,
I definitely glad I was open my chain case because I did notice my chain was starting to rub on my casing.
yeah, there's a recall on something to do with the drive shaft on the 23s. I don't
Yep.
Yeah.
right.
Really?
That's why they're
Think so.
breaking all the
I
chains.
don't know if there's a recall on it, but
No, I'm pretty sure there's a recall.
I haven't heard of anything.
My dad just took his sled in, or maybe it was shit. I don't know now. I should have researched this. Was it the chain or the gears or something with the drive shaft?
The drive shaft would make sense because that was kind of their. Seems
Yeah.
like that was their big reason on chains breaking from
Yeah.
flex
Yeah.
in their
yeah,
joint
'cause it was
there.
right. It was a 2-piece
Yeah.
drive shaft they
Yeah.
put on last year. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be that.
Players guys know more than the Skidoo guys.
Right. I guess I should probably.
We just gotta make sure we got a little bit of dirt on the Skidoo guys. A little bit.
Hey, the Polaris may have left me stranded several times last year, but each time it was only a 10-minute fix on the snowmobile, where I more or less had it back the next day as long as the dealer had parts. Where when the Skidoo went down last year, it was at the dealer for almost a month waiting for parts. The parts I was waiting for were absolutely ridiculous, just like plastic nuts for the rave valves.
Right.
But I didn't have the sled for. It was probably 3 weeks anyway.
I remember that.
Just
yeah.
waiting for that.
Yeah. That's one thing that drives me nuts is waiting on parts. Like
Yeah.
waiting when it's something I can fix so simple.
That's part of having a good dealer,
Yeah. Yeah.
which you're the Polaris dealer.
I guess so, yeah.
So if you have the parts.
I made sure I got all the parts fixed, anything I possibly break this year. I even got him putting together a spare motor to sit in my trailer to put in. I got everything I could possibly need.
You're going to swap the motor in the trailer?
Yeah, in the evening. It really shouldn't take
Just a
that long.
quick evening.
Yeah, it's easy. It's not a skidoo. It's easy to work on.
Yeah.
This guy does a track swap in 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
Close.
20, 25.
25.
Probably.
Yeah.
On a
Very
belt drive.
impressive.
Yeah.
I could do the skidoo in half an hour.
Yeah.
And like that was before like they did the 2-piece chain cage
Yeah.
or the
Really?
drive shaft, right?
Yeah, it's really, if you once you do it a couple times, it's really not bad.
Carl Custer's got a really good tutorial on YouTube on
Oh, does he?
how to get the drivers out and whatnot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've watched it a few times.
Before you started.
Oh yeah. Pausing it. What did he just do here? Rewind that.
Well, yeah. What are your goals this year?
What are my goals for this year?
Yeah.
Just be the best content creator I can.
Really?
No. That's gay. Hold on. Ask that again. I can't. Oh, that's bad. We gotta redo that part.
We're actually live.
I could never do it. Something live, man. It's
Yeah.
hard.
I don't think I could do anything live, but also I wouldn't be able to take a video and edit myself. I'd be like, you look like a retard. Delete.
Oh, what are your goals this year?
My
Yeah.
goals for this year? Oh, like I said, I want to do a little jumping, try and jump every day. And I don't know if we'll really get inverted because the risk to reward for me isn't really worth it. But a little more jumping and maybe some bigger reentry stuff. And then just push harder, really. I feel like lots of the time I'm riding with guys from Ontario. You know, I love riding with the guys from Ontario, my dad and all them, but I'm not really pushing my riding when we're out with them. And then at the end of the season, when I'm riding with like Caleb and shit, it's like I'm being pushed a lot harder. So even today with the nominal conditions, I'm like, I'll look at something. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Mhm.
Like going up that shitty hill that I didn't even know if had enough snow to go up it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
let's just give it anyway because it's gonna make good content regardless.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to just push yourself a little harder all around.
Yeah, hopefully we get some good avalanche conditions this year.
Yeah, hopefully we
We got some big country to do some exploring in.
we wanna go some cool places, do
Some real cool places.
some cool overnight missions.
Yeah.
The places we've been and haven't been, but you guys need to come for those missions. It's Alpine though, so no.
I'll come for an overnight mission.
This is
Yeah.
like different.
That's-
This is like different Alpine though. This is
Yeah.
big Alpine.
Yeah, it'd be something cool to do. Like even that cabin that you were talking about last year would be
Yeah,
cool.
that's
to
that's
do.
what we want to do. Like
Yeah.
even the cabin we did camp out last year. Like I have a ton of fun doing that.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'd like to do more of that because you can only just go out and sled and do the same thing day after day so many times. So
Yeah.
you got to mix it up once in a while and camping, roughing it. That's fun.
Yeah, I agree. That's been on my bucket list to do. Is
Yep.
go spend the night somewhere at a cabin on the mountain. Never done it ever, so
No. And what about camping in the snow cave?
that's also on my bucket list.
Yeah, you
actually.
actually want
Yeah.
to do that?
Yeah, I've never done it.
If you're prepared, it's not bad.
Yeah,
You need
Yeah.
a sleeping mat and a sleeping bag, and you're pretty much good.
yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be
We-
cool.
We got to do that.
I could come along for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do the snow, like, fortress that we were talking.
As soon as we get
about.
enough snow, as soon as we get
Yeah,
enough
I
snow,
guess we
We're
will.
gonna start a snow fortress early in the season, like a cave, and just keep it going all year. Keep building it bigger and bigger. Like half a day of riding a week, we'll go out there and work on it.
Yeah.
It's a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you dig out, clear out the fresh snow that falls. Keep adding a room onto
You
it.
just got to have it somewhere secret.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no one can
Right
know.
in the Boulder parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't want all these goons trashing our hotel, you know?
Boulder's pretty big, so. Like, we'll
Hey,
be able to-
have you been to the glacier on Boulder?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's not very big, but
Oh no, it's huge. But you haven't even been to it. I'll take it to it. But I definitely been to the glacier on Boulder. It's a long ways back, but
well, you always got these crazy missions. How do you even come up with these places that you want to go?
I probably spent too much time on Google Earth.
Yeah. What like how'd you get into the exploring stuff though?
I actually don't even recall.
Where was your first kind of mission? Like,
Okay, so actually, you know what?
I'll just blurt out any actual mountain names, so
Oh.
it doesn't. You just
So,
say it.
so well, the what actually really started me like to get into exploring was after that day, me, you, and Landon punched up
Yeah.
into our zone, and ever since then, I was like, oh man, like if I could do that, like I could get other places.
Get anywhere.
And then when we did our first big mission, what was
Yeah.
it, 3 years ago?
That's 3 years.
3 years
now.
ago. Well, that one took me a couple attempts to get in there, but like when we finally figured it out, it's like, oh, like
Yeah.
if I can get there, like there's got to be other places that I can get to.
It's been a
And now it's just like I find a lot of old roads on Google Earth that like
Yeah.
don't even know are there, and
it's crazy where the logging roads go.
it is, yeah.
Like
Those-
to the top of some mountains.
Those
where you-
old timers back in the day, like they had some ambition going to
Yeah.
some places that they
They
went.
weren't fucking around.
No.
Google Earth is like a sledder's best friend. Google
yeah.
Earth is awesome.
Yeah, I spent
Soon they're
hours
gonna
and
have
hours.
real time imagery, so you could see like snow conditions and,
Right,
Yeah.
that's I know.
And how old the road is.
and see if there's tracks in the zone that you
Yeah.
want to go to the next day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never sunny, so you'll never actually see that in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But like that technology is out there.
That would be
It's
sweet.
coming.
That'd be cool to be able to see. Hey, is anybody camping at this cabin? Can we go camp there tomorrow?
Yeah. That's true.
Or like, hey, has anybody rode this zone? Let's check. Oh, no tracks. Let's go.
Or hey, I can't find Dylan.
Hey, I
Cool.
need a clutch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, if when you need a clutch, then I can just go look on there. I'll be like, oh yeah, there he is, right there.
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be a good tool, but at the same time, that could go both ways when you think about it.
Could go both ways.
Like everybody's gonna be like, think of you
Poaching
for
tracks
instance. Think everyone's gonna be watching everywhere you go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It'd probably end up working to our disadvantage.
Yeah, I feel like it would, in a sense. Anyway, or there'd be a lot of people that all of a sudden need help getting out of somewhere because they tried to follow so and so here, so and so
Yeah.
here. I feel like there'd be a lot of that.
Wonder how much of that we'll see this weekend.
I feel like there's gonna be some carnage this weekend.
There's
For
probably
sure.
some carnage.
Yeah,
today.
probably more carnage than people just getting lost. but-
Yeah, yeah,
Because on the mountaintops right now, like in the trees, you're not hitting much stuff, but in the wind-blown tops, there's a lot of lurking rocks.
yeah. Like if people are not, there's a lot of people that aren't venturing in the trees that are just hanging out in the open areas on the ridge.
Yeah.
There's stumps and rocks everywhere.
Yeah, like those two rocks right in the middle of the trail today.
The goalposts.
Yeah, I rode right over the one yesterday.
Oh really?
Yeah, I did. Coming up the other way, I didn't see it. But.
Those ones are so ground in my memory from years of
Oh
early
yeah,
season
I
riding
guess
there.
right.
Oh yeah.
Those ones I know, like,
those ones too.
Yeah, and there's another one somewhere just past that, like just north of that, when you get into the big open area, and like if you don't drop in the first caribou range finger, there's another one somewhere in there that I've seen multiple A-arms get bent on, but it's always covered.
Always the same rock.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just it works out
Actually,
perfectly
yeah.
right where everyone always wants to cut across, like where they usually groom the trail.
Yeah.
There's a rock somewhere in there, and it's the same thing. Like the last couple of days, I'd go way down and around. I didn't.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
So are we riding tomorrow, or are everybody kind of depressed on the conditions?
I'm pretty depressed.
Well, I don't
She's
know.
parked, bud.
Are you
Local
riding?
snobs, eh?
Yeah.
He's too good for the conditions.
He's gonna be parked too.
No, he
We'll
won't.
see. I don't know. You're riding tomorrow, I assume?
Yeah, I think what we talked about.
Yeah. I better go. I better go.
Yeah, Kyle's coming up.
Yeah, I like to see Kyle. I haven't
Yeah.
seen Kyle in a while.
And go somewhere new. Most of us have never been before. Dallas has already been there this year, of course. He doesn't seem that excited about going there, though. So I'm like,
You're a little skeptical.
I am a little skeptical.
What do you mean?
Well, when I said to go up there, you're like, oh, it's pretty small. Yeah.
I didn't say it was pretty small.
Oh,
Did
okay.
I?
Mm, I
Boulder
don't know.
Mountain. It's huge.
Oh, you said it's not.
Boulder
Only Boulder.
Boulder, buddy.
No, it's just the south side, which is a little skeptical.
Well,
of Boulder
like the nice,
sometimes, right?
well, the nice thing
is,
about
yeah.
up there is that you can ride south, north, east, west,
Yeah.
right? So
So it's big.
yeah, I'd say. But if one slope's not good, we can just go to the next.
Wherever the wind blew the snow.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
off the backside.
And there's no rocks up there, apparently. I don't know how you get a mountaintop with no rocks, but
It's pretty grassy.
That's what they say. No rocks.
I had a couple buddies that brought them there. This woman that went there, and they didn't believe me that I said they were doing this. Man, I think it's perfect for early season riding. Like it's really grassy, and nobody believed me, right? And then when they finally came, they're like, "Wow, this place is awesome for early season." It's like, well, yeah, that's what I told you. Like, I wanted to go here last weekend.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's a big plus. At least if we have less coverage, then we're still safe.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow. We'll go up there, see what we find. And I think that's that.
Yeah.
Catch you guys on the next one.